Hello everyone. How are you doing? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Campbell. I am a credit specialist and a credit educator, and my goal is to spread as much information on credit as possible. Today, I want to discuss charge-offs and collections. And I want to discuss charge-offs and collections because most of the time I get a lot of questions and inboxes on whether or not you should pay a collection, whether you should pay a charge-off, is the collection been verified, or what you should be doing to handle these collections. You guys, well, today in this video, I'm going to first be telling you the difference between a charge-off and a collection. And that's going to be important because that's going to determine how you actually handle the account. You actually handle charge-off accounts and third-party collections very differently. And if you guys stick around the entire video, you'll know exactly how you should be handling each one of those. Also, I'm gonna let you know, should you actually be paying a collection? And if you should be paying a collection, when you should be paying a collection, and what you should actually be doing before you decide to pay a third-party collection account. You guys, I'm also going to be telling you how to handle verified accounts. This video is going to be jam-packed with information, so go ahead, you guys, get you a pen, a piece of paper, and let's get started. First, let's talk about the difference between a collection account and a charge-off account. A charge-off account is normally an account where no payment has been received within 120 to 180 days, and the original creditor has given up hope of receiving any funds from you. When that happens, that account turns into a charged-off account. The original creditor still has ownership of the account, but the status of the account is now closed. Once that account is closed and it still has a balance on it, and it is still with the original creditor, that is going to be a charged-off account. With your third-party collections, they can either be bought by a debt buyer, or they can be collected on by a third-party collection company who collects debt on behalf of the original creditor. When the original creditor decides to sell your account to a third party, that is what makes your account a third-party collection account. When the original creditor sells your account to another third-party entity, most likely a debt buyer or debt collector, they then will go and report that same account on your credit reports as well. And is that legal? Yes, you guys. The original creditor and the third-party collection company can both report the same account on your credit reports. But when that does happen, only one of the companies should be reporting that account with a balance, and that should be the third-party collection company. The original creditor should zero that account out. That is still going to be considered a charge-off, but since the balance is now zero, it doesn't impact you as much in so many different negative ways. Should I be paying charge-offs? Okay, you guys, with your charge-offs, most of the time, if an account is still with the original creditor and it is inside of the statute of limitations and it is reporting accurately, you still have to end up paying that account in order to get it taken care of. And basically, that's going to happen because since it is still with the original creditor still has, or the original creditor should still have all of the paperwork that they need in order to verify that account. If that account is still inside the statute of limitations in your state, that means that you can still be sued for that account. So you will need to try to make some type of payment arrangement with the creditor to get that account taken care of. Doing so will help or stop the original creditor from trying to win a judgment against you or selling that account to another third-party entity, which can cause another negative account to report on your credit reports to the credit bureaus, thus continuously hurting your credit scores, you guys, and your credit profile. So with your charge-offs, the first thing you want to do is check the statute of limitations on that account. If you know that that is your account and it belongs to you and it is reporting correctly, you guys, the only way to get that removed, or the only way, I'm not going to say that's the only way to get that removed, because you can dispute anything and get anything removed from your credit reports. But just because an item has been deleted from your credit reports does not mean that you're not still responsible for that debt. Because if that debt is still inside the statute of limitations, you could be held legally liable for that account. So with your charged off accounts, you guys, you want to check that statute of limitations. If it's still inside the statute of limitations and it is your account, meaning you opened it up, you made the debt, it is your bill, the best way to get a charge off removed from your credit reports is to make a payment arrangement. And when I say payment arrangement, I mean a settlement or a pay for delete. And when I do that, I don't normally mean where you start and go back and make more payment plans with the company. Normally, what I suggest is trying to get one lump sum, because that can take off some of the amount that you'll have to end up paying back. Most of the time, if you can make a one lump sum payment, you'll get a better deal and you can end up paying maybe 30 to 40% of the balance to get it taken care of, you guys. So with your charge-offs, they are still with the original creditor. No payment has been made in at least 6 months and the account is closed. The account is still inside the statute of limitations. It's your account and is reporting correctly. You want to reach out to your original creditor and see about making some type of payment arrangement. Now, let's talk about third-party collections, you guys, because these are going to be different. These are going to be different. If you made it this far in this video, I want to thank you, but I'm fixing to give you some very, very important information, and I want you to use this information to help yourself and help others that are around you. Share this information. Don't just keep it to yourself, because this information will help you to handle any third-party collection company reporting on your credit reports, you guys. So before you make any payment to a third-party collection company, I want you to request validation. You guys, I also want you to request validation for any collection letters that you may get in the mail. You guys, stop ignoring those letters and respond back. By responding back, you can actually get that debt taken care of. You can get that debt removed from your credit reports. And if you answer in a timely fashion, you can actually stop that, or you may be able to actually stop that third-party collection account from even appearing on your credit reports in the first place if you go ahead and request validation as soon as you get your collection letters, you guys. Okay, so before you pay any third-party collection company, you guys, I always want you to ask for validation directly from the third-party collection company. By doing so, you put the collection company in a predicament where they have to provide you with information so that you are actually able to tell if this is your account. You're actually able to tell if that third-party collection company actually has ownership of that account, or who has ownership of that account. You should also be requesting your date of last payment. Knowing your date of last payment helps you determine your statute of limitations, and it also helps you determine the date that that negative account is supposed to be removed from your credit reports, you guys. Before I go any further, I want to say this. Even if an account is outside of the statute of limitations, that does not mean that it is outside of the reporting area. That means that that account can still report on your credit report. If an account is outside the statute of limitations, it can still report, because any negative account or any negative information can report on your credit reports for up to 7 years, you guys. But that does not mean it has to either, because you can get negative information removed from your credit reports as well. Okay, you guys, so before you pay those collections, you're going to be asking for validation directly from the third-party collection company. So what is validation? How do you know if that account has been validated? Because just because they send you back a reply asking for more money or saying that this account comes from this person and this is the balance and this is what you need to pay now, that is not considered validation, you guys. Validation is very, very important. And the third-party collection companies, they have to validate your account before you pay them any money or before you have to actually make any kind of payment arrangement with them. You need to know that that is your account and that they have ownership of that account. You guys, there are also some other things that you can do depending on the state that you are in. Also, before you pay a third-party collection company, look up the rules in your state for debt buyers and debt collectors. See if they have to be registered for your state. See if they need to be bonded in your state. Do your homework on them as well. See if they're registered as a foreign entity in your state. See if they have to be registered as a foreign entity in your state. Those are grounds for where you can report them to your state's attorney general. You can report them to the FTC or the CFPB. Debt collectors have a duty just as well as anybody else. So before you pay that third-party collection account, do your homework on them. See if they should be registered as a debt collector in your state. See if they have to be registered as a foreign entity or an entity at all in your state. See if they have to be licensed and bonded in your state. If they do and they're not, that is information that you can add to your dispute letters. It's also information that you can pass on to the correct entity to help you get that account removed from your credit reports faster. You guys, you don't know how many times I've been working on a client's credit report and I come to the collections. And when I look up the collection company, I then go to my Secretary of State's website and I check. They're not bonded. They're not registered. I mean, it's just like they just came out of nowhere. I actually report that to my attorney general because I don't know anything about this company. I don't know if they actually have ownership of this account or if I'm being scammed. So I reach out to my attorney general for help and to see if they can get me more information on that company. And most of the time, they can help you to get that information deleted. You can also report them to the CFPB and the FTC for different things if they are breaking the laws after you have requested validation. Okay, you guys, like I said earlier, when you do ask for validation and you receive a response back from the collection companies and they're just stating the account number and the balance and where that account or who the original creditor is, you guys, it's more to it than that. They have to provide you with more information than that. And not only that, they need to be providing you with information directly from the original creditor. And when I say information directly from the original creditor, that does not mean your last statement or just a statement balance that they have. If a collection company wants to verify your account by sending you past statements from the original creditor, you need to request statements from when the account had a $0 balance. You need to be able to determine how they got the balance that they came up with. So just one statement will not be enough, or it will not have sufficient information on it to show you everything that you need to know about that account. So no, just getting a statement sent in the mail, that is not going to be considered as validation. Them sending you a letter in the mail telling you that yes, they purchased this account from such and such, this is your previous balance, and this is the date that they purchased it on. No, that is not enough as well. You need something from the original creditor showing that they actually sold that account to the third-party collection company and that the third-party collection company actually has ownership of that account and that they can actually collect on that debt. And you also need to make sure that they can not only collect on that debt, but that they can legally collect on that debt in your state, you guys. Now, after you go through all of that information and you determine that, hey, They're registered in my state. They're bonded. They have all of their license, all of their paperwork. The account is mine. The account is reporting correctly on my credit reports. It's still inside the statute of limitations. It's okay to make a settlement to pay that account to get it taken care of. I'll say this: when you are paying collections, paying a collection does not mean that that account will be removed from your credit reports, you guys. When you pay a collection, it can still stay on your credit report. The only thing that the third-party collection company legally has to do is update your balance to zero, which is what would have been done if you paid your balance, you guys. So just because you pay a collection does not mean that it's going to be deleted from your credit reports. Also, paying a collection does not guarantee that your credit score will go up. Actually, you guys, when you pay a third-party collection, your credit score can do one of three things. And that's going to be stay the same, it can increase, or it can decrease, depending on the information that's already reporting on your personal credit reports, you guys. Paying a collection and having the collection show with a $0 balance is better than having a collection reporting with a balance, you guys. Before you pay any third-party collection, if you have charge-offs still with the original creditor, or you don't have a credit card, or you have a credit card and your credit utilization is over 30%, I want you to take care of those things first. And I want you to take care of those things first because it will help you to scores, and you'll be able to actually see that the work that you are doing is helping your credit scores, and that will make you, or that should make you, want to continue to do things to increase your credit scores. So if you don't have any credit card, you guys, go to your bank and get a secured credit card. That'll help to jump your credit scores up anywhere from 50 to 100 points. It'll help you start building payment history, and it will help in the category of credit utilization if you are keeping your credit card balance below that safety net of 30%. And also with your credit cards, you guys, don't forget, just because we say 30% is your safety net does not mean that you should be running your credit cards up to 30% unless you have to. If you can keep those credit card balances between 3 to 7%, that'll be fantastic, and it'll do wonders for your credit scores, you guys. So if you do have third-party collections, before you pay them, handle your charge-off accounts. If you don't have a credit card, get you a secured credit card. And if you do have a credit card, pay your credit utilization down so that you can see your credit score increase. By doing that, that'll help you more. Once you get that taken care of, then you can move on to your third-party collections. And I say pay your charge-offs first because the original creditors can still sell that account to a debt collector. So you want to get those taken care of first to stop any future negative accounts from hitting your credit reports if possible. Okay, you guys, I'm not saying that you should not pay third-party collections, because sometimes you actually have to pay third-party collections in order to get them removed from your credit reports. Some companies offer pay for deletes, which means if you pay, you make an arrangement and you get that account zeroed out, they will remove it from your credit reports. Sometimes you can review the third-party collection agency's website to see if they actually do offer some type of pay for delete before you actually call them. Sometimes they'll have it listed on their website. But you guys, I want you to know, with your charge-offs, most of the time, you're going to have to make a payment arrangement to get those taken care of. Yes, you can dispute them and get them taken off your credit report, but if they're still inside of the statute of limitations, you are still legally responsible for those accounts. With your third-party collection accounts, always ask for validation first. Check up on that third-party collector and make sure that they're actually following all guidelines and are actually able to collect on that debt by the original creditor and in your state. You guys, if you need help or if you want to know how to actually dispute third-party collections, I have a video that goes into detail on how I actually dispute third-party collections, and I'll pin it right here. If you have third-party collections on your credit report, but your money is running a little low, you want to get them handled yourself, or you've been receiving a lot of collection letters in the mail, because you guys, it is tax time. And around this time, that's when a lot of debt collectors start sending out those dunning letters. Don't get sucked into the trap this year. Send them validation before you send them your money. How about that? Send them a validation request before you send them any type of payment for a payment arrangement. You guys, I also have a debt collection removal playbook that gives you step-by-step instructions on what I have been doing the last 3 to 4 years to get thousands, you guys, of collections removed from my clients' credit reports. And I'm sharing that information with you. I'm going to put that link down in the comments. If y'all have any questions, you guys, let me know down in the comments. Please, please, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video, you guys. It may be able to help someone else who have been getting third-party collection letters or have third-party collections reporting on their credit report and they don't know what to do. So do me a favor, share this video, you guys. Help me grow the community so that I can spread more and more information out to others that may be in need. Again, thank you for joining me, and see you next time. Bye.